What's up, guys? On today's video, we're going to be checking out Lastfit's newest product, which is going to be their air inflator. Now, if you're not familiar with Lastfit, they are known in the automotive industry for having great bulbs at a good price point. They also make car mats, and now they make this air inflator. They actually make different models here, and this one is the highest model, which has their dual cylinder, and it weighs about 1,047 grams. I believe it's about 2.6 pounds. It seems a lot heavier than 2.6 pounds, but I guess that's what it is. It's rated for 150 psi max, and the model here is going to be the LAP-TK1. So far, looking at the box, there's going to be a 50 liter per minute airflow. There are three 4,000 mAh lithium batteries inside. You've got an auto shut off, a preset pressure, and then you've got a dual power supply. So it acts as a power bank as well as a charger for your tires. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. It's got a really nice carrying case, so let's take a look. You've got an overall about 4 inches by 8 inches. Yeah, so about 4 by 4 by 8. Pretty slim profile. Also got a handle hook. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this instructions. There you go. Okay, so some of the instructions here is very, very clear. You've got, it basically tells you where all the buttons are. Let's just go ahead and take this out, look at it together. All right, let's just go ahead and turn it power on. Hold it for 3 seconds to get it powered on. All right, guys, so what you've got here is going to be your hose port up top. So this is where they have their quick connection. That's what they're known for here. It only takes about a minute, or not even a minute, I'm sorry, 1 second to actually put on. So you take one of their hoses. There's 2 hoses that are provided. You just take one of the hoses. This is going to be the quick connect. You just stick it in like so, and then boom, it locks on tight just like that. Okay, so that's your first option, and then you've got your USB. So it charges with USB-C, so that's a pretty quick charge. You've got your USB in case you want to hook this up as a power bank. You can use one of their 12,000 mAh batteries to charge up. There's also a light here, so you just press that or hold that. There you go. The light goes on. There's a SOS mode. There you go. There's real-time air pressure, so once you plug this in, it will tell you the PSI that it's currently loaded at, and it is very, very accurate. There's also a mode display, so right now you see it loaded up as a rig vehicle. You can just go ahead and press the option there. That turns into a bike. This one goes to a ATV or recreational vehicle, and then a basketball. So those are the different settings that it has. Let's see what else it has. You can go ahead and set your presets by. But you go ahead and have your presets by holding on to that. You can just adjust it till you get to the tire pressure or temperature that you want. So I mean the PSI. So earlier it was at 35. It would stop at 35. I lowered it down to 34.5. I just don't want to turn it on right now since I don't have anything plugged to. But that's something that's nice about this unit. It has presets. So just like deflating, or yes, just like how I have a tool like this from Boulder Tools, where I air down really quick one of these. I basically have this preset for 20 psi. Pop it on the tires, and the whole tire will deflate to 20 psi and it'll stop. Now this one has the auto inflator, which will basically power up to 34 or 35, whatever setting that I have it to, and it will automatically stop once it hits that. So that's really nice, where I don't have to pay attention to the tire and go overboard on the PSIs. All right, now the next thing it has is a pretty clear display. This is the battery so far that you can see here on the display. Let's see what else it has in their instructions. So you've got, this is the USB-C cable that was included. Again, the second one. And again, what happens if you guys run out of battery? You know, this is really portable and nice, but if you run out of battery, you can always plug it into the cigarette lighter and get this going. So you don't always have to depend on this. I believe this would charge up to, or inflate up to, about 5 tires. I'm not exactly sure. I have not tested it out yet so far, but that's going to be on the next video. But again, you guys can plug it into the cigarette adapter and then it will definitely charge. You've got your needles, you've got your Presta valves included. I think I saw a little area of, so you can go ahead and put your quick clamp connection here, or you can put your ball needle there, so it's portable. So that's one of the spots that I noticed here. And that's going to be the area where you can stick in the cigarette plug. All right, guys, so that's basically it with this one. So we're going to go ahead and test this out on a vehicle, and we're going to go ahead and see how that's going to pump up on my off-roading vehicle. I'll probably drop it down to about 20 psi and then start from there. But let us know what you guys think. If you guys have this unit, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. All right, guys, so I'm actually going to go ahead and test these two pumps out. I normally use the Vial Air. I've been using this for years. But again, I just got my hands on the Lastfit Air. It's way more portable, much smaller in comparison between the two, more compact. And this one actually requires me to plug this into the battery, while this one actually takes a charge. So there's definitely going to be pros and cons for this unit. I'm going to be timing this with a digital clock timer so that you guys can actually see the performance of both of these going together. As far as deflating it, I'm going to go ahead and deflate it down to 20 psi. I have a Boulder Tool automatic instant deflator. It stops at 20. That's what I have it preset to. Once it's all the way down, we're going to go ahead and start testing out the Lastfit Air, see how long it takes to inflate up to 35 psi. So let's go ahead and get down to the deflating portion. Pretty straightforward. Just go ahead and screw and let it deflate down to 20 psi. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of this quick connects. They do include 2 of these. So you're just gonna stick it in here, twist it clockwise. I'm gonna have it set right here. So let's just go ahead and screw it on. All right, now that it's threaded, it's at actually 19.5. That's fine. I'm okay with starting from there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press start, and I'm gonna start also timing this. So let's get up to 35. All right, guys, so it's done. It took about 4 minutes and 45 seconds. As you guys saw, it did go up to 35 psi pretty quickly, but it kept going because it does want to give it a complete push. It does, because usually the time when you unscrew this, it deflates a little bit. So I like that it actually pumps all the way up to 35, and once you plug it in, it is true to 35. So about 4 minutes, 45 seconds, not too shabby. Let's go ahead and turn this unit off. I'm gonna go ahead and use my boulder tools so that I can start deflating the unit back to 20 PSI. And so I can go ahead and get the valve air back to test it. All right, so now I got my tires deflated down to 20. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the valve air. What I do need to do is also turn on the vehicle. So that's also one of the drawbacks in having one of these pumps. So you gotta deal with this long cord. And so let's go ahead and get this situated. Let me just go ahead and plug this in first. And instead of a digital, you have one of these meters here so that you can read. When I inflate it, I'm actually gonna stop it right about 40 because I've noticed that once I start unscrewing it, it'll bring it back to about 35, more or less, somewhere around there. So let's go ahead and plug in the negative positive, turn on the vehicle, get that timer started. So let me move this out of the way. All right, let's turn on the vehicle. Okay, so let's get the timer set. Ready, set, go. All right, I just paused it at 1 minute and 54 because I see it almost at 38 right now. So let me just go ahead and unplug this real quick just so that I can test it out. It's at, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it's basically at 34. So I still have a little bit to go. But again, it's not super accurate because I have to keep doing this just to make sure. See, I plugged it back in and it's at 32, about 32 right now. So let's go ahead and continue with the timer. 1, 2, and 3. All right, 2 minutes and 25. It's showing 40 right here. Let's plug this in. 35. So I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Let's get closer. 35. All right, guys. So again, 2 minutes and 25 seconds for this valve air. It is obviously quicker than the Lastfit unit, but again, it comes with wires. You got to turn on the vehicle. It's much bigger. So there's going to be definitely some drawbacks compared to it. But overall, I like the unit. It works pretty well as far as the Lastfit, and it's very compact. So I'm gonna definitely take it on the trail with me. I'm probably gonna bring both of these together so that I can inflate at the same time. Why not, right? Footprint's pretty small on both of these guys. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Appreciate you guys watching the video. I'll catch you guys on that next one.